guys, now I got the spindle removed, got the axles out. So now I need to put this back together, put the spindle back on the upper control arm, and re-bolt the suspension and put the tie rods ends back in, so we can set this car down on the ground and move it into position. Or I then plan to use the lift to pull the motor up out of the top of the engine bay. Holy crap, guys, that was close. Be sure your e-brake is on. Alright guys, I got the car back on the ground. I got the lift in position, pretty close now to where I want it. I've never used a lift to pull a motor out of a car before. I've always done it on jacks and jack stands, or using a cherry picker. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do this yet, but pretty much what I'm thinking is I'm going to use the front arms of the lift for the transmission mount and the motor mount that's on this side, since they're shorter, and then I'm going to try and use the longer ones for the rear and possibly the front of the motor. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm getting ready to figure that out now. What's up guys? Last week whenever I was working on the Honda Accord, I almost got the engine out, but I ran into a couple issues, so I was going to show you those now. So I got the engine up to this point, but the problem is we're running into some clearance issues on each side. There's just not quite enough room to get this out. I've watched a couple videos. A lot of people remove the radiator. I was trying not to do that. I also requested pictures from the new engine to see what all parts come on it, to see if there maybe I could take off some of these other parts here that are interfering with getting this motor out. From the picture, the new motor is coming is going to have all these parts plus the air intake on it already. So I think I'm going to leave these parts on and just take out the radiator. The radiator should be pretty simple at this point. I already got the hoses off. We've got it drained. Should be a matter of just unbolting a couple bolts here, unplugging the wiring harnesses on the fan, and we should be able to get that out. So I'm going to do that now. I also got the notification earlier this morning that the engine was supposed to be here today. Wasn't coming today, so I had to reschedule some things so I could be here tomorrow when it's supposed to arrive. So anyway guys, I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this motor out and apart, so whenever the new motor arrives, then we'll be able to put this thing back together. lift ran out of lift. Basically it reached its max height. The motor was still about 10 inches from clearing the car, so I was just trying to avoid buying one of these engine hoist, but that didn't work out, so I had to go get one of those, put it together, got the motor chained up, and I'm working on pulling that out now. Now that I got the motor out and set down the ground, I'm going to start taking it apart. Basically just got to unbolt it from the transmission, and maybe have to take off some of these motor mounts, maybe a couple other little things, but for the most part this should be relatively simple.